Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, it is great to have you. And today I want to explain how Bitcoin can hit $400,000. Now, this actually stems from an article that came out yesterday when the CIO of Guggenheim's mutual fund, Scott Miller, said that Bitcoin should be worth $400,000. Now, when he was asked why, he had the simple response of because of its scarcity. So immediately my brain started ticking and I wanted to do all the calculations as to how Bitcoin could be worth $400,000 based off of its scarcity. So what I've done here is I've done all the math and calculations so that you guys don't have to. And if that sounds interesting at all, make sure you guys stick around for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this because I have not made a video like this, I don't think ever on this channel. So $400,000 on Bitcoin, I want to do a quick perspective from where we're at right now and where that would put Bitcoin. Because if you guys don't know, Bitcoin right now is sitting just below $23,000. At its peak just a couple of hours ago, be just below $24,000. So, I want to go ahead and put this on a 3-day time scale, and we're going to go ahead and zoom out and do kind of a measurement and calculation. Now, this chart is going to grow eerily small the more and more that we zoom out here, but I want to show you guys from a percentage standpoint what this would actually look like if Bitcoin was to hit anything like $400,000, and then show actually how it's possible. So we're going to go ahead and draw up our handy dandy measuring tool and kind of measure from where we're at, roughly right now, and do a measurement up to about $400,000. Now, this would be about 1,719% to the upside to get from where we're at right now at about $23,000 up to $400,000. Now, people have had and made some great money on Bitcoin over the last couple of years, but this would absolutely dwarf it. Now, this seems like a crazy number. I have always said that I'm not sure that if Bitcoin can ever get this high. But when he said that the argument and that the missing variable here of scarcity was, kind of people, or he didn't really say that, we're assuming that it's people because of the issue being scarcity, I wanted to number crunch this. And I'm pretty sure that I've got it solved here. So what I want to go ahead over and really do from here is transition from this candle chart that we have drawn out and kind of do the calculation of, how many Bitcoin are in existence and then how many people are in the world. And so I think that the missing variable here, or really the two variables here, are one, how many people are there in the world, and then two, how many Bitcoin are in existence. And so we actually have two different answers that we can get from this because a lot of people think that only 16 million Bitcoin are still actively in existence because a lot of them have been lost. And then there are a lot of people who still seem to think that there are 21 million Bitcoin in active existence circulating around right now. So what I've done here, and what I believe that they have done, is go ahead and do that calculation. So we have the population of the world as it was last measured, from my understanding, being 7.594 billion divided by the 21 million Bitcoin that we have in existence. And so what we get over here is we get 361. But if we want to go ahead and change out this number and interchange the 21 million for that 16 million, what we're going to get is 474. So they're about 100 off from each other. Now, I think the real question here is if we kind of find a median for these two, and maybe we just say it's 19 million, this is going to put us just around 400 on this. Now, I know what you guys are saying, this is not 400,000, and in fact, you'd be very correct. This is the number 400. But I think what they are accounting for here is that obviously Bitcoin is not going to be worth $400 per person or anything like that. All that this simply means is that there will be one Bitcoin for every 400 people that there are in the world. Now, that's where the issue of scarcity comes in here, because now we have to calculate, well, if there's only one for every 400, how much will that realistically raise the price of Bitcoin, or what could that get the price of Bitcoin to? So if there's only one Bitcoin for every 400 people that are in the world, roughly there is 19 million Bitcoin in existence, and there are just over 7.5 billion people. That would put us at the number of 400. So what they're doing here, from my understanding, is actually exchanging the decimal point for a comma. So they are roughly saying that the price of Bitcoin would be around $399,684.42, give or take. So that is the rough estimate and the calculation and the thought process behind this. And obviously there is a little bit of wiggle room with a number like this and two variables that we cannot measure to be exact. So with both of these numbers being over here, obviously that's where the number of 400,000 comes up. But I think another argument comes up of, is the decimal in the right place here? Is the correct number 400,000 or is it 40,000? And so I think that that's where a lot of the conflict in this space seems to be. Is it going to be that 400,000 or that $300,000 top, or is it going to be that $30,000 or $40,000 top for Bitcoin? Now, again, we can argue this all day till we're all blue in the face. Till we're all blue in the face of, is Bitcoin going to be able to even reach those heights in the first place? Is this a short-term goal versus a long-term goal? And I want to go ahead and bring up this article, which we're actually going to be looking at more in depth in tomorrow's video. But I do want to explain kind of how this would be possible and what this is being said over here, because again, this is coming from one of the largest mutual funds in the world right now. So, with this all happening, I wanted to kind of make sense of where this $400,000 number came from, especially when they say that it is based off of scarcity, because that's a big number. A lot of us have our price predictions being, maybe 30,000, 50,000, maybe even 100,000, but $400,000 is a big number to throw out there, especially when it's coming from such a large, well-known group. So, fast tracking back to where Bitcoin's at right now, we talked about how that would be over 1,700% to the upside on Bitcoin. But I think the real question here is, can Bitcoin's blockchain handle that much traffic, that much volume? Can it handle the side effects that holding that price would bring alongside it? And I think that that's the real question here: is can the fundamentals or the technology of the Bitcoin blockchain handle what would come along with a $400,000 price for Bitcoin? And I think that's the real test of what this would mean. And it's not the matter of if Bitcoin can handle it. I think it's not a matter of can Bitcoin get the 400K. It's a matter of can Bitcoin handle what comes along with being at 400K. So that is the meat and potatoes of this video, for the most part. But I want to get your guys' thoughts here. Do you guys really think that it's realistic if Bitcoin can hit $400,000? If so, let me know in the comment sections down below whether you believe it or not. And if you guys are opposed to that idea, certainly tell me why, because I am very, very interested to hear what you guys have to think. I think that you guys always have some creative insight, and I'm constantly being able to learn from what you guys have, as I hope that you guys are being able to learn from what I have put out there. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If this helped you, or if you guys like this at all, even though it is not legal, financial, or tax advice in any way, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all very, very soon.